This is JD, and I'm back with another episode Drawn with Autism. Today's episode is learning how to control your emotions, which is pretty much a little bit of reference to Star Wars, because they had to learn how to control their emotions, so you don't want to be a Jedi or a Sith, so yeah. Anyway, further ado, I'll explain. When you're autistic, sometimes your emotions are like heightened and everything, and it just feels like it's just hard to control it. And it is. I mean, I understand how that feels, because I've had problems controlling it in the beginning. And I've been trying to help people and everything, but sometimes they push me to the point where I actually get so angry I couldn't control it. So I try my best to control it. Sometimes the best way of controlling your emotions is to recognize the signs of which emotion you're feeling, like sadness or anger or, all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that I would get over it, but right now I'm still trying to adjust and improve and over that problem, because it's been with me for my whole life and it's hard to control. When I'm getting bullied and picked on, sometimes I lose control. I mean, one time I got so angry I lost control and almost stabbed someone with a pencil. Luckily, someone stopped me before it happened and I didn't get in trouble because the teachers didn't notice. Ugh. But anyway, because the guy who I almost stabbed was a bully, and he pushed me to the point where it could happen. But other than that, sometimes I feel very, very depressed. Like I can't move kind of depression. So I have to take medicine. But I have to learn to see what signs are actually happening to see if I can try to avoid that. It's hard to avoid, but it is somewhat possible. But it's harder to do, but you know what I mean, right? Folks. Anyway, it's just hard to notice the sign to tell you that you're going to get angry, and technically it's just harder to control, and I just didn't want to have problems. Trying to figure out how to control it is one thing. Trying to figure out the signs, like for instance, if you notice you're getting angry, just pay attention when you get angry, a lot more than you usually do. I know it's hard to, but if you notice what happens when you get angry, and they can teach you how to avoid, get into a confrontation and stuff like that. And I hope that one day you guys will understand that technically controlling that anger is a little harder, which, that's usually one. But the second emotion that is hard for me to control is my, emotion of sadness and stuff. And it's because I've had a rough time with my autism and with my life in general. It just causes me to, but, yeah. From what I've heard from doctors is that sometimes it's nice to have a hobby or some kind of thing you like to do most of the time. Like, for instance, what you're watching here is what I like to do most of the time too, drawing. But at times when I get so angry, it's hard to draw, because I can't think of anything to draw, and it clouds my thoughts. So that's one thing I do to make sure I don't get that way. But when I get that way, I have to find another method, like play video games or something. That's a good example of what to do, when you're trying to avoid being angry and everything. As for the pick I'm drawing, it's Boba Fett versus Nexgen, The reason I did Nexgen versus Boba Fett was because I didn't want to. I did this for May the 4th and stuff. I know I'm getting away from the thought, but it's for May the 4th, and this is supposed to be the Star Wars special, but I decided to change it. But despite that, Star Wars is one other factor that actually could be a good example. I mean, in order for the Jedis to do their mind tricks and stuff, they have to be controlled with their emotions. Or you can be like the Sith and let those emotions out and destroy other people, It's just hard for me to understand which emotion to let out, But it's like us too. We have the ability to control our emotions or to let it out and unbridle and destroy others. So the best decision is to decrease how much emotions are coming out. And yeah, to decrease how much, not to decrease your emotions, but decrease how much how much you let out. Try to see the signs, when you're about to go crazy and everything. I know it's hard to do because that's part of our condition, but you need to learn how to do this in order to function in society. And tell you the truth, it's pretty much good advice I can give you as much as I can. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will give it a like, fave, and also subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this channel if you want to. Like, subscribe, and comment. This is JD Ishman. Peace.